This is Fox 5 News Morning.
Well, over the next few days, you might be thinking about your resolutions for the new year, and maybe that includes a career change. Jason Levin is a career coach and outplacement consultant, and he joins us now with some of his awesome tips. Good morning, Jason. Good to see you again.
Annie. It's great
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Yeah, and around this time, a lot of us make either the weight loss goals, healthy living goals, or the career goals. And, we were just talking about this before we hit the air. Why is it that so many of us make these goals but then never follow through?
Because goals are about change,
yeah,
and change is hard. I think Einstein said it best when he said insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result.
Right.
And so you need to set a goal and pick one goal. So that means remaining focused on one particular thing. So if you want a career change, then you need to think about, okay, if I'm working in finance and I want to work in finance somewhere else, then you need to stay very specific on that one particular goal.
Okay. So should we start small, or should we challenge ourselves and think big?
It's always great to think big, but to achieve your goals, you want to be incremental. So you want to think very small and pick one goal, not 10 different things. I want a career change, I want to get a new certification, I want a promotion, all of those kinds of things.
Okay.
And in thinking small, you need to think about how much time do you have to commit to the goal. Do you have an hour a day? Do you have an hour a week? An hour a month? There's a big difference in what you can do depending on how much time you can commit to that goal.
And I think as we jump into the new year, as we write down our goals, it's important to know also that I'm a firm believer that you make your own luck. It's not just going to come and fall right into your lap, right? You have to be proactive. So in doing that, do you have any advice for people on just kind of staying on track? Because it's so easy to fall off track.
Absolutely. And in being proactive, you want to include others in that goal. Research shows that you're more likely to achieve your career goals if you share that with people you trust and people that are positive. And so then they can sit you down and you can say, okay, I need you to help me out. So can we, every month, at the end of the month, can we sit down and talk about this career goal and actually create an agenda? Create an agenda of what you're going to talk about at that end of that month. And so you're more likely to achieve that month-end goal because you know somebody's going to be asking you those questions.
And you work so closely with people who are trying to make changes, better themselves, their opportunities. What seems to be some of the top mistakes that people make as we set our career goals?
Unrealistic time expectations.
Yeah.
We want something yesterday. And so if you're in a career 20 years or 30 years, it took you time to get into that one place. And so recognize that it's going to take time to get you into that next step. Also recognize you're not going to get 100% of what you want in your next step. If you get 30% or 50% of what you want in your next step, that's success. And then 18 months from there, you're 75% closer. And then 3 years from where you started, you're at that goal that you want. So whether it's starting a new business, making a career change, getting a promotion, these are incremental things that you need to include others with, but recognize it will take time.
And one of your tips is identify obstacles, and I found that interesting because nowadays with social media coming to play, sometimes making that connection just with your potential, future boss or whatever could be tricky. Is it okay to just find them on LinkedIn or Facebook and send them a direct message? Is that appropriate nowadays?
If you're going to use social media, one of the best ways to get in touch with those people is to see who you might have in common. So share your interests with your colleagues, not your colleagues, but with your friends and people that you might know to get in touch with that person. If you don't know anybody, you can actually just pick up the phone and let them know that you saw them on LinkedIn and see if you can set up a time to speak. Or go old school, write them a letter.
Very nice. Keep it old school. Keep it simple.
Right.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. And real quickly, how can people find you?
You can find me at readysetlaunch.net or email me directly at jason@readysetlaunch.net.
All right, Jason Levin, thank you very much.
Thank you, Annie.
We'll be right back after this short break.